you like only Jules Empire can bring it.
No one can do it better.
Hey y'all, what's going on? What's going on? What's happening? Miss Fox, what's happening?
Hey, 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 happy Friday, everybody. I'm just grateful to be here, grateful to be alive, and I can't wait till we speak to this young lady that we're getting ready to speak to today. Phenomenal person. Can't wait to hear all about it.
Absolutely. Miss B is in the place to be tonight. I'm your host from the East Coast of Hot Pink Pride Media. My name is Jules Charlton, and this is my co-host, Miss Fox, coming all the way down from Chesapeake, Virginia. And we about to give y'all two live, you know. And we about to give y'all an amazing show tonight. We have a wonderful lady in the house tonight. She's doing her thing all the way down in Cali. So she got the Cali connection. She connecting Cali to Virginia. Like she's spread all over the Las Vegas. She all over the planet. And I need to get her on this show because we've been chopping it up and we've been talking. So without further ado, can I please bring on Miss B? What's going on? Hey, what's happening?
What's going on, family? How you doing?
Man, I'm absolutely blessed today. You know, I come on this show. I've met you on this show, so it's been an honor. So it's absolutely an honor to have you on the show with us tonight. Just tell us a little bit about yourself. What you got going on, girl?
All right, well, I'm your host, the real MZ.B, WGHP 102.4 FM, and I am a radio, television talk show host, originally from Detroit, Michigan. Now I'm streaming live from Southern California, so you can catch me out here with all the concert events or even across the nation. I just left the Vegas House of Pride, and we're getting ready for another upcoming year. So y'all get ready for that. I know y'all see the footage, but then also my birthday is coming up, so I got a lot going on, as well as even a tour with this comedy group. Their names are Alfred and Seymour, and we're getting ready to go aboard this Princess Cruise. So y'all need to join us aboard that ship in October.
Wait a minute, you got a ship? You got a ship? You about to board? Man, tell us about it. How much it costs?
I'm gonna send you all the details. You know, it's probably not sold out by now because it set sail from out of Miami though. So it's coming from out of your area. I'm gonna be flying in, and we leave on the 17th and we come back on the 20th. So I'm about to be coming your way really soon. And for me, I do MC and hosting, and I do it all across the world. We travel, and so my comedy group that I open up the show for is going to be doing that cruise. So shout out to Alfred and Seymour.
Oh, absolutely, man. So I heard you said something about your birthday coming up. You got something going on? You want to talk to us about that a little bit?
Absolutely. Well, as soon as I get back from Florida, actually we've cruising to the Bahamas. So once I get back from the Bahamas and I touch back in California, I want y'all to come join me in San Diego. It's going down at Sequan Resort and Spa. And what's going to happen is it's my birthday weekend, and it starts on the day that I arrive back, which is the 20th. So that Friday, I check into the hotel from 3 p.m. We're going to be chilling at the pool. We're going to get the pool vibes going on, just do it like a little meet and greet. Then from that point, we are going to go have dinner on property, on site. Then we're going to paint the town at Park Nightclub, even the Gaslight District, which is the San Diego area. We're going to be partying. We're going to be having a good time club hopping, but it's all going to end at Park. And that is an amazing club that you don't want to miss.
Oh, man. Miss Fox, you want to talk to her? Because she done got me excited. I heard I was coming down there. I heard something through the grapevine. What you want to say to her, Miss Fox?
I sure definitely do. I want to ask you, Miss B, who are you? What makes you you? And can you give us some insight into your daily lifestyle?
Okay, so with me, it all just started off with me. I'm just a regular person, but what ended up happening, I end up being personable. I end up being what people call someone that could engage very well with commentary, with talking with people. So I had this certain type of vibe that would connect people even over the internet. And I originally got approached with an opportunity such as what you guys are doing to do radio and television. Well, not radio and television, doing internet broadcasting such as this when I was back in Detroit, Michigan, off of a group that I had originally created. And so I started off with a radio station, internet wise, called Worldwide Core Radio. Shout out to the owners who, reached out to me and said, we need you on this show. So I started off just like you guys, the MC and host. Then later on, as I continued with that journey, it led to regular television. It led to regular radio. So I ended up on the station's network. Next thing you know, dealing with celebrities, just everything from working with my homie right there want me to bring up my girl from Players Club, Lisa Ray. I got the chance to, work and be along with Lisa Ray. I got the pleasure to meet her. I've worked with various artists such as Kim. I've got an interview with him. Morris Chestnut. I've shaken hands with him. It's so many people I've met. Raheem Devon. Oh, my first interview with Little Mo. I gotta shout her out. Man, I love to the Detroit fam. Little Mo. She was the first person to ever do an interview with me. And I'm talking about this is back in 2019. So it's been a minute. Actually, no, I'm sorry. It even goes back further than that. I wanna say that was about when I did Little Mo. That maybe was like 1999 when I did that interview with her. And so it's been a long push, a long journey. Right now, I'm currently working under the Bobby D Presents and Snoop Dogg. Shout out to Uncle Snoop. Hey, we got the Uncle Snoop Army going on. Getting ready for a concert tomorrow. Actually, hey, come on down to the Toyota Arena. Keith Sweat is gonna be in concert. It's the R&B Rewind. We're gonna be back in the building doing it again. We got new artists that came aboard. The Rewind is something that they do every year, but they changed the lineup, So Keith Sweat is now the headliner. So I'm ready for that tomorrow. And that's going down at the Toyota Arena, which is in Ontario, California. So y'all come on out. If y'all ain't got y'all tickets, I'm telling y'all, I want to get them now because it's gonna definitely sell out.
You got me over here cheesing. I am cheesing. Okay.
Look, I want to pull up the flyer. We gonna have to I'm gonna have to send you this flyer information because y'all got to talk about it. I think I want to say Drew Hill on that lineup. It's a powerful man, fam. I need to send you that because that concert gonna be dope. It's gonna be really dope.
I can believe it. The energy that you bring is phenomenal. Like, I was so excited to speak with you, and now hearing about you with the various artists is like, oh my goodness, because we're just starting out, and we haven't had any artists yet, but I'm pretty sure that it's our turn next. And
Oh yeah, it's coming. It's
what
coming.
I want to do is ask you, how do you deal with your nerves as far as dealing with celebrities? Because I don't get nervous around just like regular people, but I'm pretty sure I might get nervous around celebrities.
That's a good question. But check this out. They real people just like you. I won't say any names. Actually, don't you know them that attitude that Robin Givens gives out on the screen is what you're gonna even get with Robin Givens. So
Wow.
some people are just really what they are when you see them on screen. The others are really, they're really comfortable. They're really good people to talk to and meet. Even like right now, I'm working with this may be out of your time. I don't know how old you guys are, but I'm working with the original Mary Jane girls. And I want to shout out MZ.B. And she is actually a part of my label as a artist development. She's the head of my artist development. So artists that actually want to work with me and sign to my label can work with an industry professional from the original Mary Jane girls. You got to check her out if you don't know who she is, but it's a pleasure to work with her. She's just really good people. A lot of these celebrities, they are who they are. Some of them, yeah, you got to watch your back. You got to be prepared for them. If you about to meet them, you got to be ready to meet them because they are on that A list. You see what I'm saying? So they up there, but a lot of these artists out here, they really humble and they really will just kick it and be cool with you. Even like I just met Todd, Candy's husband from Candy, Candy Beers. We were down at Blaze in Atlanta. Oh man, that was like one of the best steakhouses and seafood places I've been to. And Todd, he was really just a cool dude. He even poured some drinks and gave us all shots. So a lot of these celebrities, you would know the time and the place and how to approach them based on what's going around. But as far as with nerves and everything like that, I really don't get that feeling. I ain't gonna even lie to you. I'm always ready to just step in, ask any kind of questions that I want to ask, because the emceeing, the hosting, the interviewing, it just all comes natural to me.
Okay, amazing. So what shaped your life around the mindset that you have today? What did it take to get you where you at right now?
A lot of hard work, a lot of dedication. For me, it was ruling out all the negativity. You see what I'm saying? Because a lot of people won't believe in you. A lot of your people that you expect to support you won't support you. And so you have to drain and just keep going. And sometimes it may even come down to you being alone by yourself and having to not even have a team for you to basically achieve your goals, because everybody can't come on your journey. So you have to be willing to have that mindset to let certain people or certain things go in order for you to accomplish what you're trying to do in life.
Okay. And okay, so in your business, what is the issues that you run into when you do what you do?
Well, what I do, I made a lot of different personalities. So I do a lot. When I tell you my plate is full, I have a whole enterprise, which some people may not know what an enterprise is, but I have 10 different businesses established. So that's how the California connections came up, because each business has its own connection. For me, you meet a lot of people along the way. The different personalities sometimes clash. Things sometimes can happen, and uh, you have to have that mindset and be willing to address anything that may occur to just get through that day or just get through that moment. You have to be respectful to people. You have to be able to treat people in a fashion as to where they see and understand your grind to want to continue to work with you. So there's a lot of different challenges that can come up upon you along the way, but it's all about keeping it all together, addressing it when you can address it, and then there's a time and a place for everything, and just make sure it gets handled. And from that point, it's smooth selling, but it can be some challenges. I give you an example. When I first got my interview with Morris Chestnut, Tyler Perry was there, Raheem Devine, Little Mo. It was in downtown Detroit. Kim even was there. So what happened, I didn't know it was at Cobo Hall. Basically parking for Cobo Hall, because like the police escorts and everything, they block off the streets. So my parking was maybe 2 to 3 blocks away. I had all this camera equipment. It was just me. I didn't even think about the fact that I couldn't get directly to the venue. So I had to walk blocks with the tripod, with my camera stuff, and which is one of the business that I now established off of that event alone, which is my film and production company, which starts with the Williams Go Hard. That's my baby right there. But it started all with that moment, my drive, my motivation to walk those blocks and get there on time. And luckily, I even showed up enough to the venue to be able to set up, get my camera equipment together, and you got to deal with audio and sound. All that had to be together and in preparation by the time the event started, and I still put it off. And nobody was there to help me, okay? Nobody was there, but I chose to persevere and get through it, and I did it. And what's up, Evangelist? I was going to say, we're going to have to shout Evangelist out, because she's the reason why we live that Hot Pink Radio. I've been working with her for some years now. And we even had some challenges in the past, even with events that we've done, and we still had to push through. So I'm telling you, you never know what you can come against. You just got to deal with it. Keep it coming. Everything is not going to always be on a positive element, but you got to keep that momentum going. You got to keep that energy going, and you got to have the will to get through it. If you don't have the will, then there won't be a way.
That is beautiful. I'm so excited to hear that because usually when when you go through stuff like that, that shapes you and it actually sets the stage and the tone for the rest of what you're going to do. So you walking those blocks, you didn't know at the time that it was just preparing you for your greater. Super excited to hear all about that, Evangelist. Welcome, welcome, welcome on the call. I'm so excited to see your beautiful face. I do have a question for you, maybe two, and then I'll pass it over to the evangelist because I know she wants to talk to you. Um, so my question to you is just because you said something about sound. How important is it for you at your events for sound check for your artists?
Oh, it's a must. It's a must because that's what they're coming to do. They're coming to perform. They're coming to be on stage and be heard. And if there's no sound and there's no sound check to get all that right and together, then you know it's a bad look. So for me, my events though, I'm smart. Okay. Hey, I leave all that to the hotel. Like where for my birthday, the hotel, they do all that for me. So I don't have to hire people. I don't have to bring in people. They already gonna have the sound check together and everything like that. But like let's say when I'm working with Bobby D, I done seen there be difficulties even with multi-million dollar venues sold out and issues are going on and occur. But boom, it's people in place. They getting it together. They working with the sound people with the event, and then they getting it back going. But at the same time, they'll bring out the MC. So the MC has to have the energy and has to know what to do in that type of situation to keep the crowd engaged. Whether it be if the music can't go, the show still got to go on. So somebody got to get out there and talk to the people because they're gonna start getting anxious. They're gonna start getting worried. They're gonna start wondering because they didn't pay money. You see what I'm saying? So they want to see something going on. They want to hear it popping. So sound check is very much important. But even when it's done, there still can be difficulties. I've seen it. I've done so many concert events over the years, and it can definitely happen. Even with multi-dollar projects, you just don't know where it's going to go wrong. But the key is to have the right people in place that can handle it and get on it right away.
That's amazing. This makes me so excited because, like I said, we just starting out. So I'm so excited to talk to you. My next question to you is, what has been your most memorable experience within your business?
Morris Day and the Time is one of, I guess one of, I mean, he's still doing his thing like he was doing it back, and the women still love him. Okay, uh, it was so funny because we were somewhat dressed similar, and women were coming up to me like, "Are you part of the group? Are you part of this band?" And he was touching them, rubbing on me, and they was like, "Can we get a picture with you?" And like, "Can you take me back there to Morris?" I mean, they was really trying to get back there to some Morris Day. But I'm just like, yeah, we can get some pictures together, but I'm not part of that group. You know what I'm saying? And so it was just funny. That was just one of the most memorable times because that happened out here in Los Angeles. But Neo put on a good concert too. So I want to say just recently, Neo for me, just because he was the last venue that I worked with when it came to Bobby D, and that it was called the Time of Our Lives, and I definitely had the time of my lives, even working in the background as somebody working the event, filming the event. It was amazing. The show was absolutely. It was Robin Thicke. It was Mario. I'm waiting for that one to roll back around so we can get that one going again. I'm quite sure the time. Oh, and then they brought it back with Boys to Men. So that show was just expanded. And that was really one of the most memorable. Um, if I can go back in time and in the day with some of the events outside of those two, I would say even meeting Lisa Ray because she rubbed my suit jacket. She liked my suit jacket. So everybody likes some diamonds for the player club. I was smiling right there when I got that from her. So yeah, and that was during COVID too. So that was a really an amazing event to be backstage with her. But it was like she was like, "Look, I'm gonna give you this time, but you can't touch me." She was like, you can take off your mask to take the picture, but 3 feet, 6 feet, whatever. It was 6 feet. Yeah, I need you to be 6 feet, but you can get a little bit 3 inches closer to me so we can get this picture. But don't you touch me. And if she was serious, and she still did it for me. So that's another memorable moment for me.
That's awesome. Hey, Miss B, how are you this evening? I'm sorry.
Oh man, I'm trying to recover from Vegas.
You were
Man, the Vegas House of Pride just went down, and you know when I came out there and met you for Bonfire, how that energy can be when we get with the LGBTQ community,
it can
and
definitely.
it was on 10. It was. Whew, I'm still trying to recover. I ain't gonna even lie to you. I'm still trying to come down because it was a long night, and then for me, I was actually a part of the event with Nicole Williams, and I helped, and I was actually hands on, and I actually had to do some hands on stuff that require a lot of energy, and so I'm just trying to regroup and get back in, back to the swing of regular life right now.
Right. Well, you look good. It's kind of hard to pin you down sometimes. I'm surprised Jules was able to do all of that, but that's great because from what I hear, I don't know what happened the first 15 minutes, but you've got this event coming up. Of course, Jules is, going to be performing. Is that what I'm to understand? What do we have
Yeah,
to look
yes,
forward
Evangelist. I've been trying to talk to you. I've been wanting to get you on the line because you know what? We had to switch the venue. That Desert Hot Springs,
to?
they
Okay.
wanted to try to say it was going to be a noise ordinance. And I don't want to catch no fines because, we trying to turn up. We going to get,
Because you
well,
bring
it was
no.
a grown and sexy vibe for me from the beginning. But once we get to the pool and we outside, we trying to turn up. We trying to get all the way live. I was trying to have my DJ out there. And it was like, yeah, you're going to have to tone it down because you're going to have to keep the noise or you might get fined. And I ain't trying to have no police show up every 5-10 minutes. So I moved it to where I usually have my birthday for the past. This will be the 3rd year now, which is Saquon Casino Resort and Spa.
All
It's
right. Come through.
in San Diego. So people can now fly into San Diego, and I got the room codes available. That's even better for us. I'm telling you, this event
Right.
comes with $100 food credit for everybody that books. So you get $100 of food credit. If you ain't never gambled at the casino, you already know you're gonna get your casino comps. So and for me, it's been my birthday. So anybody that's celebrating a birthday, come on, use your celebrate birthday comps, whatever, and you may hit that jackpot. But we also gonna party in San Diego, which is the Gaslamp District. Park
Oh,
nightclub is amazing. You gotta go look that up. Park is so dope. But then I even got a bar crawl wristbands situation going on for
wow.
Friday and Saturday. We're gonna do a brunch. We're gonna do a brunch. I still want to do the penthouse. Well, for me, I still want to do the lingerie party. So it's gonna go down in the penthouse, and that's gonna go down on that Sunday of my birthday. And the thing with Saquon, they already have their own outside pool DJ. And then the thing with Saquon, not only do they have their own outside pool DJ, but they give me that whole floor all to myself, to where if there is any noise complaints, we only gonna be complaining on each other. So it won't be no issues and it won't be no problem. We can have a grand time on that whole floor, and they got it all sealed off and blocked off for me. So I'm gonna release those codes for y'all. They putting the package together, but they already said you can get your $100 food credit for the month of October by booking. So anybody that books their room, now same as always before. The date is October 20th, but I extended it to the 24th because I'm gonna check into that penthouse on the 23rd, which is my birthday. But I want y'all to know, if you don't reserve your rooms, if you don't pay and get your reservations going by October 1st, they're gonna release them because they can easily sell them to anybody and not give them to us at a discount.
Right. Okay. Well, so did you have a change in the lineup? I know you added Jules to your list of entertainers. What else you got going on?
Well, no, we're not gonna do any entertainers.
Oh,
So
okay. I'm
a lot
sorry.
of a lot of the
I needed
entertainers,
to come in and see what was happening.
yeah, a lot of the entertainers, honestly, still, you know what? My beat going to Vegas, we can get some pool meet and greets going on. I'm gonna actually I have some people that wanna, link up with me. I got some DJs that want to link up with me. They trying to see what we can do and make happen. I'm not sure if it'll go down for my birthday, but what will happen is we can do some meet and greets by the pool for sure. So the cabanas are available. People want to book those cabanas, and then that comes with food. So like the cabanas, I think seats to 5 to 6 people. It's like a $500 tab. But once that $500 tab includes your drinks and it's split between 5 to 6 people, you can't. That's like $100 a piece. You know what I'm saying? Less than that, and you're gonna get food included with that, drinks, and then we can get some meet and greets going on outside by the pool. Um, but the actual lineup and performances and everything, it's gonna be a wash. Unless I get into those. Yeah, we're not gonna do it for this. We're not gonna do it for this one. I'm not gonna even. I haven't even discussed getting into the venues to try to get any performances going or anything like that. We're just gonna enjoy it ourselves, have a good time. Now I can't get this party bus rolling out and everything. So if you artists want to come on the party bus and put y'all music on that party bus and stuff like that, and get people on that pole to y'all music, we can do that. That is available.
I've been in a while.
Wait a minute. Let me just go in and interrupt. Because the music that I have can't have ass shaking, so we could talk about it. But I just wanted to say that I am more than honored to be a part of what you got going on and coming down there to celebrate your birthday and network with the people. And I'm sure you're going to introduce me to some amazing people. And I'm just looking forward to that, because I could perform anywhere. You know what I'm saying? But it's more about the building the relationships. So this is what leads to my next question for you. How is the support with the LGBT community? Are they supporting you in everything that you're doing with your movement and everything like that?
Yeah. Actually, honestly, okay, so I originally came from out of Detroit. So I had the Detroit community that has always followed me. And a lot of my followers are just straight business people. There's no gender, okay, when it comes to the community or anything like that. It's just business owners really support me. But then now going to this event, I usually go to the gala with Shay and Tasha, and they put on what is called a gala family reunion. So with that, a lot of the Dallas people started connecting with me. They want to come out. So yes, the LGBTQ community, they support me, went out of Dallas, and they came down to my birthday last year. And a lot of them are talking about coming to my birthday this year. Then now with the event with Vegas, they are hitting me up, asking me, hey, what you got going on? When I tell them, look, my birthday is coming up, then they want to come out and support. So that's mad love. It's mad love from anybody, and I just appreciate it. It's truly a blessing when people support you and they want to get to know you and they trying to figure out who you are and what you do, just based upon your demeanor and how you carry yourself when you walk and step into a place. Because I didn't get any announcements. Nobody know. I was like the low-key person in the room at House of Vegas, but people they definitely knew I was somebody, and I was somebody in the building without even me having to say it. So I'm getting those contacts and people reaching out and connecting with me. So yeah, they definitely support. Absolutely, they do.
Well, I rode on that roller coaster ride that whole time. Everything that you was posting, I was on top of everything. So from what I saw, that was amazing. That whole thing, it looked amazing. The background, the layout, everything. So what does it take to create something as big as that? And how was it for you in the preparing for an event as big as that?
Well, so that was Nicole Williams. Nicole Williams, she's so wholeheartedly, and London B. They promoted that event. They did the damn thing. They brought people out. They brought the crowd. Now Nicole Williams, she coded at the graphic designs. It was her graphic designs on that wall. It's her thoughts, her ideas, and putting that I think it's called an illumination lighting effect and everything. That is her concept, and she put that on in a way of no other that anybody has seen within the community. The awards is really nice. Everything was put together for on the awards show, the white party, everything that we did, the brunch. Now, how I ended up being coming apart is I kind of got thrown into the fire, and I'm not. Whenever my people, or whenever people that I support or people that I have a found love for, that I want to see succeed as a business person, I started to just jump in and help and ask, how can I be hands-on? And I started volunteering. So I took on a lot of responsibility that, was not even asked of me. But with that being said, it actually gave me a platform to now be able to, let people see what skills I have, what talent that I can possess in a room full of something in that magnitude, or, or to that event. And so it laid the foundation for me to showcase and really, shine in a stressful situation or environment of high anticipating like levels. And I was just happy to be a part. I was happy that I was there. I was just happy to be able to jump right in and do what I could to just do anything to help and assist. And so that, I mean, I was doing like, she had hired my business honestly to do like transportation and to do personal concierge services for all the artists that had came out there and everybody that flew in to be a part of that event. So I was actually very happy to have my brand be attached to that event, to where now people contact me for personal concierge services. You see what I'm saying? So it put that one particular business on the map. But then not only did it put that business on the map, everybody else saw my talent in reference to MCing. I even got on stage. One of the shout out to Trina from Chicago, her and her wife, the DJ. They allowed me to share the stage with them. They actually allowed me onto their stage because with that room, I think they actually rented out that venue. So that was their particular room to do whatever they wanted to do. And they put on that DJ battle, and they did the damn thing with that DJ battle, and they allowed me to share the mic. So I was able to get on the microphone and showcase, my talent as an MC. But then not only with that, I also had the opportunity to show what my third business can bring to the table as a production company was set up and break down. I set up the venue. I broke down a venue. I ended up getting volunteers involved to get me hands-on to help. And, it just ended up working out all the way around that whole entire weekend to where it was a blessing for us all, because 3 people came together. They did the promotion, they did the marketing, she did the graphics, and then I was able to just put the production in as far as keeping things flowing, keeping things going. And then also the venue had their own sound check people that was able to help. But I was able to even like hire a photographer and get people there on the red carpet and just do stuff that I normally would do if any situation had I been there and known about it, and I got contacts that people I could call. I'm gonna get them on the line and I'm gonna get them there.
Amazing. That song that goes, I'm a hustler. I'm a hustler.
I know. I was thinking the same thing.
That's to you. My next question to you is, I keep hearing you say you're from Detroit, Michigan. What led you to Southern California?
All right, good question. Well, my cousin, he saw me start to get my celebrity interviews on. He saw me in the red carpet, but I was flying in and out from Detroit to, let's say, LA, but then also to Atlanta or to Miami. And when these events would take place, he would always just see me doing my interviews with celebrities. And he's like, what are you doing? And I told him I had got into radio, television, broadcasting, and I was doing my celebrity interviews. So he was like, man, you got to move to California. And I said, move to California? He said, yeah. He's like, to work your way into LA? I said, no, I don't need to do that because I done already worked my way into LA. I'm in LA doing the events, so I'm already in LA, in Hollywood. I don't need to move there. But he asked me to move here. And I took his advice and I moved into the complex where he stayed at, like the whole complex. And he's no longer with me, but his apartment was like about 5 or 6 houses, like down or whatever. And when I moved here, and it's funny too, because I was in like I had like a Uber or a Lyft or something, like somebody did transportation from the airport for me. And he was like, oh, what you doing here? I was telling him like, yeah, I moved to California. I'm in Hollywood. I'm doing all these celebrity interviews. He was like, but you don't stay in LA. I was like, no, I don't stay in LA, you know, because where I stay at, it's like an hour from LA. It's probably 2 hours with traffic. And he was like, oh, well, then you'll never make it. And I just laughed like, bro, I'm telling you, I'm already dealing with these celebrities. The fuck you mean I'm not gonna make it, right? So that was just a funny conversation, even to have with an Uber driver. And now what my cousin doesn't realize, because he's no longer with me, he was supposed to be my security and help me at these red carpet events because I also have a security company. But he missed the fact that I'm working with Snoop Dogg right now. I actually have yet to meet Snoop himself, but everybody keeps telling me when I do, you know, get a smoke session going on. But I'm telling you, I ain't gonna be able to do it because I can't smoke like he smoked. I don't even smoke like that. If I'm gonna smoke, it's only because my back hurting, and then I ain't even trying to hit no blunts because the blunt wrapper is killing, is messing with my throat, and I got to keep it for my good for this MCing and stuff that I do. But I work along with Snoop Dogg, and like I said, we go under Uncle Snoop's army, but he's only the funding. He's the person that's putting that on the back end, putting the money into these concert events. The person who is actually hosting these events is Bobby D Presents. Shout out to him and his son. They the one that started the trend of Uncle Snoop Presents, and then started hiring people, bringing people a part of their team. And I was just one of those people to be a part of the independent radio television because I had my film company established to be brought on to be their PR team, to help with the promotion, to help with the marketing, and to also help with the film production. And shoot, I've been working with them. Oh, whoa, Bruce Soto. Bruce Soto, I actually started working for him first. Bruce Soto Events is the person who actually is a business partner with Bobby D. And then Uncle Snoop is a part of that, funding that. But it's Bruce Soto, it's Bobby D, and then his son is actually the one who thought about how we could make this thing go viral with the Uncle Snoop's army by doing a hashtag or anything that we put out. And it's pushing. And I've been working with them for 3 years now. So shout out to Bruce Soto. Thank you for allowing me to come aboard, be a part of your media staff. And then it connected me to Bobby D, to where I'm walking through back doors with him. So shout out to him and shout out to the team.
Amazing. How awesome is it for somebody to tell you that you're not going to do something, and right in front of them, you do it? Now, I heard you say that you had people who were backing you on the back end and funding you. There's two different questions that I have. The first one is, walk me through an event planning process, and then how do you get someone who is of Snoop Dogg's caliber to back you in your funding?
You gotta have a proposal. You gotta have some writing skills. You gotta have the knowledge to learn how to talk to those caliber of people. You gotta have a whole layout of everything that you can bring to the table with your previous work. It's just like a bio. It's just like your resume is just. Now, when you come into the entertainment world, you put it into a bio, you put it into what is called a media kit. You got to have that media kit. You got to know what you going to put in there. That's going to be the most important things that they want to see, because they're quick to the point. They don't want you wasting their time. You got to have all that stuff together. And once you put that media kit, you send it over. If they like what you're doing, like your previous history, then you in the dough. So you gotta have all your ducks in a row. I'm telling you, it's not like everything that I've done along the way. Luckily, because I have my film production company and stuff like that, I have a portfolio of my work. Not only do I have my portfolio, I have my bio, and then I have my history with the radio, television, talk, stations that I work with. Now, I work with multiple radio stations, so it's not just one. I work for the Empower Network. I work for the Word Network. I work for Mine is WGHP 102.4 FM, but I work for WHPR with RJ Watkins, 88.1 FM Turbulence. Shout out to Turbulence, the people that got me started. All that is in my bio. So it's years of built up, of collaborative, years of work built up in a portfolio that I can send over and show my history of work that I've done. But sometimes a lot of people don't even care about none of that. Honestly, they want you to show and prove right then and there what you can do. They like Hollywood is a beast, man. I'm telling you, it's not easy. But then also too, you got two Hollywoods now. So now you got Black Hollywood and you got the Hollywood Los Angeles. Black Hollywood is Atlanta. You got Tyler Perry. You got, that's where my Atlanta family comes in. Tamika Scott and all everybody that I work with, like Todd and Candy Burris. You got Escape. All them people that's within my family, within my connects. You for them, you know what I'm saying? It's two different elements. Like it's two different. Like each one of them is a beast. You see what I'm saying? So some of these people, like the Hollywood, LA area, though, they don't give a shit about your background and your history, that portfolio. They don't even want to see it. They want you to show up if they even allow you through that door. So it's very hard getting into Hollywood, and let them see what you can do at that point in time. They don't even, a lot of people don't even, with that part of Hollywood. But when it comes to like the Black Hollywood and stuff like that, they'll be like, oh, okay, yeah, send me over your portfolio, send me over your bio, and then we'll see if we could get you to this stuff like that. And things may go the way you want to, but then again, not all the time they can turn you down too. So it's just all a gamble, but you gotta just keep building. You gotta keep putting in the work, and just because you get one no don't mean you won't get a yes. And so you just gotta keep going. Like I said, I've been in this game for, man,
well, Ms.
20
B,
years,
one
20,
thing
23
I
years.
personally can attest to is the quality of your work. I've seen you, produce some things, with very, very short notice, with a very high quality and all that kind of thing. And so, your portfolio and your work is kind of like your resume. Do you have it on display somewhere so that people can see, what Miss B is about, and what, your vision, and putting your, putting everything in, a nice little package, to represent you?
Yeah, absolutely, absolutely. I have people in place for me that create every document that may need to be sent over. I have a marketing division team, but then at the same time, your YouTube, your Instagram, your Facebook, all that is a platform where all this stuff can be uploaded to, where my work would be showcased and shown. But like I said, when it comes to the caliber of people that I'm talking about showing and getting that stuff into, then no, it's all in documents. It's all in links and stuff that you put together just to make sure it's available, so it's ready to go whenever it's time, whenever they ask for it.
Right. Well, like I said, I mean, the work that you did, for us back in the day, was very, very high quality and very representative, of a true visionary. So,
And I want to tell you thank you too. I appreciate that. And I appreciate you, coming onto the show and joining us and bringing light to that. And the Hot Pink Radio has always been someone, that has always supported me, which is you. Hot Pink Radio is you. You're that platform.
yes.
And so you have always supported me, and I thank you so much for that. And now here we have the connection with Jules in Miami.
Absolutely.
And everything. So
I give him all the
God
credit.
does work in mysterious ways, and he will show up and show out. So I just always appreciate you for giving me that support, because and you speak out,
nice.
and not everybody will speak up and give me the credit. And see, that's another thing too. A lot of this work that I do goes unrecognized and unnoticed, except for maybe by the people watching in the background. But the people that you link arms with and work with, they don't always give you the credit. So I appreciate you. I appreciate you so much.
Right. You are right.
Well, I definitely wanted to thank you for connecting and Miss Honey Child making that connection, because without her, we wouldn't be where we are today as far as this goes. But I just can't wait to see. I'm excited for it, bro. And just to be on the team and learning new things, I'm up for it. Like, I'm lit. Like, so, I thank you for that. But I do have a question for you. If I could ask you a question.
Yeah, and you know what? I got a question too. I didn't get a chance to share the feed onto my page before we did it live. are you able to tag me and everything? And then Evangelist, it'll just replay later. I do know that, but right now if they trying to watch it live, I guess they won't get that live effect, so they'll get the replay.
Yeah, we'll send it right to you.
Okay,
Absolutely.
cool.
Well, Bernadette, as a Miss B, as a I call you by your government name, but you always do as one of our affiliates. I always give you that, whatever you need to as far as being able to use this platform for you. Definitely, the door is open. For you to always, represent for Hot Pink Pride Media whenever you get an opportunity. So, I did go ahead and share everything on my page, and I will.
My page I got up to like 5,000 people and hacked, and then when I went to Atlanta, I got into some situations, and I want to say I got set up, but okay, whatever. But my page, I need a new page, so I had to start all over. So I need you, since you got that following and everything, and I'm back at the bottom. I can't send you a friend request, okay? So I need you to send me one, Evangelist, so we can be friends and we can be connected, and I can get this on my platform.
I will, because I don't see you on here.
No, you won't. They didn't delete my page, girl. They oh man, there's a whole little story about that. But see, that's what I want to tell Jules too. When you're excelling and when you're on this level of success, it's a lot of that you deal with. It's a lot. Everybody either not, if they not hating on you, which the haters motivate me, and thank God for them. I love y'all so much. Kisses to you. I love when you talk about me and keep my name in your mouth. But another thing too is you got these hackers out here. You got these people that now when you talk about business and making money, they trying to tap in and steal everything and anything they can get from you. So we living in dangerous times right now, because
I've been a victim of that same thing. I had over almost 35,000 followers on another platform, and it got ravaged by the wolves, by the takers, by the content fakers, and all kinds of things. So I know, but you know what? Sometimes we do need to start over. Sometimes, it really just tests our resolve to keep going and keep creating, because the thing about the fakers and the hackers and all they, and the people that will steal your
they not the innovators. They not the people starting this thing, so we can get back up and keep going again.
That's what I always say.
They can't move until you do. You know what I'm saying? So that's how it is.
Yeah, they thought they was gonna stop me and get me from doing what I was going. I guess they thought they was gonna stop me in my tracks. But baby, I didn't turn down deals. I didn't turn down money. All money ain't good money, so I'm not pressed for any type of business at certain times. And hey, I done learned that sometimes you gotta wait it out for your blessing to come, because it's greater later on, and everything doesn't have to be a right now opportunity. Sometimes you got to go claim it later. And for me to start over, it wasn't a setback. For me, it helped me become more innovative. It helped me to get with how times are and understand now I got to be a little bit more on my toes. Because, hey, I'm telling you, it didn't stop me at all. It upset me more than anything. But then when I came out of it, hey, now I got 3 pages. So I got here my main page, my business page, my backup page, and something I can talk junk on. And just in case I get locked out of them 2, I'm still on the line and connected. But I'm telling you, hey, I'm still gonna keep innovating. I'm still gonna keep going. I'm still keep pressing. That's what they're not gonna do, is stop my shine. What's the question, Jules? What you got for me?
Well, I was about to ask you. Hold on one second, Miss Fox. Because it's not easy to get access to a person like you. So I am honored. So my question to you is, what would it take for other people to gain access to you? Are you accessible easily, or what would it take for them to get your attention?
Honestly, I do a lot of business setup meetings. I need you to schedule an appointment, because sometimes for me, I'm always gonna interact, engage on social media, and then like when people like start hitting me with business stuff, though, it's like no, I don't operate like that. You got to set up an appointment, because I have to be in a certain mind state and a mind frame to be able to talk this business with you, and I need an agenda. I need to know what you're about to talk about. I need to know what key points are we going to go over when you're ready to talk. You can't take, because my time is money. So you can't come to me and start talking about this, then start talking about that. You know, we need to be on the same page, and we need to get straight to the point, because other than that, I have other things that I could be doing. And a lot of times I'm multitasking, I'm juggling. So it's never, you know, for me, I try not to be to where people, you know, take it offensive or anything like that, but it's more structured, it's scheduled, because that's just how it has to be, because I'm doing a lot throughout the course of the day. I'm accessible when it comes to, now let's say if somebody is hurting, because I do have a passion, and like how Evangelist is, you know, someone who cares about the community. She has her spiritual, you know, retreat. She likes to talk to people and encourage them. So I and have that, and has that evangelistic side to her. I also have that side to me too. So if it's something like that, though, anytime, any place, if you need to be prayed for, if you need some words of encouragement, if you're feeling suicidal, you can stop, say, hey, or if I see it, I'm gonna stop what I'm doing, and I'm gonna reach out, and I'm gonna help, and I'm gonna try to encourage you, and I'm gonna try to give you the motivation that you need to keep going, because I'm not gonna see it and look at it and ignore it, and I know I could have said something. For me, I've always felt like a certain calling over my life when I started to see the blessings from God, and I don't ignore them. So if ever you need to talk to me and it's something on a level where you're feeling hurt, something trauma happening, or something to where you feel like you can't talk to somebody, but you feel you can come talk to me, or you need me, I'm there for you anytime, any day, middle of the night, it don't matter. But on the business level tip, I'm sorry, we got to schedule it. We got to get a little bit more structured, and I'm not that accessible or available. But as far as like hanging out and stuff like that, or, you know, something to where people want to just get to know me, or just get some advice,
You like to
you can,
travel. I mean, I
yeah,
see
I
you.
travel.
You don't.
I'll be there. I'm coming to Cali.
Who said they coming to Cali? Is that Jules, or your friend? Or your friend gonna come to Cali too?
Miss Fox, what you talking about? You coming?
I definitely want to be in attendance. Yes, ma'am.
We
This
not
is
bad.
awesome. This is why we're all brought together. She's an evangelist. I've been prophesied all over, you know, all of my life that I would be an evangelist, but I was running. I'm just now to the point where
Oh
I'm
yeah,
like,
girl, don't ignore that calling. Please
yeah,
don't, because they
I'm,
need us out here. And that's the thing. You know, I used to, when I first got on social media, I used to watch people, you know, just be crying and hurting out for attention, and I even had like I have a whole lot of pastors that support me, and that was another thing. I do remember the question too. You asked me, how do I get a lot of my support and stuff like that? Well, my sponsorships come from just people who want to donate, people who want to give, people who want to support my vision and my dream. And a lot of that came from the pastors. And so with the pastors with that helped me and helped me build my name. And then but we actually would put our feet on the pavement. I've actually helped unsolved murders. You know, it was at the time when I came into this radio or television talk show stuff, it was unsolved murder cases popping up in Detroit, Michigan, where families were hurting and they had nobody to talk to. The regular news wouldn't showcase their stories. And next thing I know, they started coming to me and asking me, can I help and assist? But the station still needed to get paid for them to showcase. It didn't matter that it was a murder case. They still wanted their money for broadcasting. And the pastors would step up and start sponsoring those type of shows. So they started putting the funding behind it and helping me to bring them on my show. So I thank God for all the pastoring that, you know, pastors that came aboard, backed me, and started supporting me. And yeah, don't run from that calling. Don't, because we got to save as many as God's children as we can. We can't let the devil win. He's never gets any authority in my house. And don't let him have any authority over your house, or the people that you see hurting. You know, reach out, touch them, and be a blessing to them in any way you can. And also we have the holiday getting ready to come up. Thanksgiving. Evangelist, I don't know if you're doing your Thanksgiving. I think you did like an event last year with food giveaways and stuff like that. I do that type of stuff. I will help assist with food giveaways, Christmas toy drives and stuff like that. I'm connected with people like that. So that's where I do my passion And for years alone, I used to pay to give away bikes. Um, so because I was, starting my own radio station, I used to do a bike giveaway, or I used to do like I would feed the homeless, type situations, and that was a lot of the things that was done in Detroit, Michigan. But my heart still is with that, and my passion is still with that. And I only talk about those type of things during the holiday seasons. But we've done blanket drives, pillow drives, and they don't really get into that out here in California. There's no really people, I would say, that are on a missionary type situation, because I think it's so many homeless in the Los Angeles area or in California alone that it may be a little bit too overwhelming. But I'm always willing to get with somebody if somebody in California want to help me with this, because because what happens in California, it doesn't snow, but what happens, it does rain. So, and it's still homeless people out here. So if anybody want to get ready for Thanksgiving and help me with that, we give away turkeys. I've done that, to families, or, just people who are less fortunate. This is the time in the season where it's about to come up where I start talking about that. Detroit is where it's all started, but I'm willing to travel to Dallas, Atlanta, however I can, to be a part of those type of things. Because my calling is to help the community and do what God has called me to do. That's always gonna come first. Because I know where my blessings come from. I can't be where I'm at today without God on my side. I'm gonna say that.
Gosh.
I know
Yeah.
that's right.
Yes, definitely.
Everybody use your power for good.
Amen.
Okay, I'll talk. I was waiting to see if somebody's microphone was just gonna stay up or if it was gonna go down.
Oh, I'm sorry. Mine is on.
No, you're fine. I wanted to touch back on you saying nobody was gonna stop you. I wanted to just let you know that nobody can, because what's for you is meant for you. Then also you said something about, setbacks. Yeah, all of our setbacks are preparing us for our comebacks. And so that right there, it spoke to my spirit. Like I told you, I'm not running no more. I am actually full force, full fledged on it. And I needed to meet you today because I am trying to start my nonprofit. And so what you said about the holidays and giving away and giving back, that's something that I definitely, want to do. And then you said something about, not all no's are going to, no, you're not going to always get all no's. In our business, we look for no because it's going to push us to our yes. And so as soon as I start making the money inside of my business, then I'm going to start giving back. I'm going to put it back into the community. So that's amazing. And I appreciate you saying that.
So, I'm sorry, hold on. So for me, honestly, um, how I don't have a nonprofit. Cherie, evangelist, could probably help you with the nonprofit side of everything more so than me. I'm still actually looking to build a nonprofit, because that takes a proposal that you have to show how you're going to help the community. You got to show what area needs the most improvement, and you have to put that on a piece of paper. So usually for that, you got to have like a grant writer. You got to have people in place to help you draw those proposals. I haven't got to that level. What I used to do, and how I started off, I used to work this 9 to 5 job that paid me enough money as to where I was able to budget, not only to take care of my household, but also with prepare for the holidays, and I pay it all out of pocket. And then with me starting my businesses, though, I created the residual income with Jules. She could touch upon that, because she's into the stock market and stuff like that. So she's into things that help her money invest and helps it grow to where she can, keep a residual going. For me, I open up multiple businesses that end up bringing in residual income for me. I have a bath and body product company. So I have a lot of different avenues, different places to where money comes in for me. And then what I do, I put and I give out of my own pocket at these events or during these times at a holiday. And I just simply budget, and I know how many people, I can't take on 5, 10 families, you know what I'm saying? But if I can help one family, like one, maybe like, one single mother and maybe have 2 or 3 children, and then I'll put it out there, and then other people would try to come on board and they'll help. And then the funding comes in through them. So then now it's donated, then it helps me out or if I can get like maybe a one family maybe that has 6 children, then I'll bless that one family. Because during the holidays before this COVID stuff, people used to be in the spirit of giving. They used to be in the spirit of helping. And before it was like, oh no, you can't come over to my house. Now you can't, you know what I'm saying? Everything kind of changed when COVID came around. You got to put this mask on. I don't want you to, near me. But before that, everybody was about helping and giving, welcoming and being loving and caring during the holidays. And so more people was willing to help. And then a lot of things with COVID set people back as to financially their businesses started hurting. So they didn't really just have the income or their income, their household alone. They lost their jobs. So a lot of people, I understand, may can't do things how it was prior to, but now we're getting back on a more, I want to say like a more stagnant, to where things seem to get it's back to normal, although the economy is sky high and everything like that. But people are getting back into the, they're not really wearing the mask, even though you still have some people wearing the mask. So they're not getting a little bit more personable again. They're starting to be a little bit more caring or loving or helping. And so they're coming out of that closet or that house, that door, that place where everybody was supposed to be secluded. Although a lot of people might have not even went behind and stayed. And, I don't know if they listened to, because I don't know if y'all got the notice through the mail talking about some stay inside and stuff like that. Because I don't think they sent it out when none of that happening in California. People were still out at the beaches. People were still doing their thing. And I was thinking like, what pandemic is going on? But at the same time, a lot of people some type of way lost their jobs. A lot of people some type of way still fell into hardship, which was sad. And so with me, to just double back and say it's always been, I always have even though I have my businesses, because it has a peak season and it has a down season. And the down season is definitely normally after the taxes run out, like towards the summertime, because people out there partying, they want to do their summertime vibing. Then I have businesses that pick back up during the winter, which would be my bath and body products, because people want to support, they want to smell good, so then that stuff starts to pick back up again. They buy my gift baskets and stuff. So it depends on what business we're talking about. Some of them has its ups and its downs, and then I just have to just really realize what seasons do those businesses have its peak moments and down moments. But for me, if I don't have like the job or the income, then I just budget enough to where at least I say, oh, I could go out and get a turkey, and drop it off just to bless one family. And so that's all you got to do. Just try to whatever you can until that point, because God is going to bless you 10 times greater. Even it doesn't have to take the nonprofit is really what I'm going to say. If you have the means or somebody that you may come across and that's just how I was. I just used to watch the threads and people, and I just knew as an MC talk show host, like what radio stations do, they give away stuff. And so I used to be like, okay, I see this. I gave away a trip to Disney. I took one in the family. Her son had lost his father. Her grandson had lost his father, and the grandson used to be mourning during the time of his passing. So in order to help him, overcome his dad in that time, I told them to write me a reason why they should win a trip to Disney. And I paid for them to go to Disney. I paid for the hotel, and I actually flew out with them. So I was actually right there with them, and we had a good old time in Florida for Disney. And so I've done like little stuff like that. Then, people across the world in the Philippines was like, can you give me a bike too? I'm like, can I get you a bike? Like, you in the Philippines. And so I don't know. You never know who's watching. And then when people see you doing good things like that for the community, they'll jump on board. They'll want to help you. They'll just simply want to help.
That's awesome. I mean, you just got the whole thing going, philanthropy and everything. I'm really, really proud of you. You really you keep going and going and going. Every time I turn around, you're doing something else. So keep up the good work, keep up the good energy, being a light in this world. People like you, like myself, Jules and Miss Fox, we are definitely needed as a light in this world. You never know, like you said, you never know whose lives you're going to touch. You never know who you're going to meet and who you're going to inspire. So I really do appreciate that for the inspiration. Miss B. Jules, you want to up in here. And
Girl, girl, listen here, I'm just blown away every damn thing that I'm hearing today. Today is just mind blowing for me. I can just only imagine where I'm going to be in like 60 days from now. Just think about it. 60 days from now, I've connected with some amazing people.
Hey, and that's a good thing. Goal setting. I set goals. And I learned this though through my mentors. You know, you got to have like a 30-day, a 60-day, a 90-day, and then you got to have like a yearly and a long-term goal. What you just said right there. And usually it takes 90 days for a whole blessing to turn and for everything to happen, as long as you're putting your the work into it, because faith without works is dead. So if you taking the steps to make sure and to put these things and implement it into play within 90 days, I'm telling you, some amazing things can absolutely happen in 90 days. So that's a good time frame that you put out there.
I wanna I wanna say something, and I'm probably going to get emotional because I needed this today. Um you saying me having to get with MZ.B. I don't talk about my nonprofit a lot. I got my business plan written up already. I just have not had the means to do, anything else. I just got involved inside of Jules' business with the stocks and the trades and stuff, but I also haven't had the means to start my portfolio for that either. I am a mother who's single of 4 children, and I do struggle. But I am so passionate about helping people because people help me all the time. And I'm gonna start crying because I go through a lot, but you can never tell that because I don't show it. I don't show that side of myself. So you saying that about the 90 days, I just made the conscious decision to stop smoking, stop drinking, stop fornicating, stop anything that isn't um
hallelujah. Amen.
and so
Yeah.
saying that's confirmation that in these 90 days, because I've been fasting for almost 7 weeks now, and it has been complete chaos, but I am not going to stop because I know that there's greater. And so I appreciate every last one of y'all for inviting me on this call and speaking life into me. And
Wow.
that's what I wanted to say.
And you know what? I used to be homeless. So, hey, this for me, I want you to know whatever that you're going through. And when I say I like don't let pride get in the way. And you actually was upfront and honest on this show to talk about like the things that's maybe holding you back, or just touch upon it just a little bit enough to be honest and say that there's chaos going on in your life. And I want you to know, I really feel like praying. That's not my element, but I will. But if you want me to, I will. But I want to tell you, and I want to say this to you, like no matter what's going on in your life, just know that if you keep the faith, what you should do is I put on gospel music. You know what I'm saying? I get into my realm and my element where I am encouraged through the word of God. If I can't get with my pastor, or hear like a sermon, or if it's not a daily prayer service going on or something like that, then I play my gospel music. And I keep negativity. I block it out. I try to avoid those type of people or those type of situations as much as possible, because God, you got to hear God speaking to you. And right now, you are truly, it's a blessing to have met you as well. Anything that I can do to help you and encourage you to keep you going, I'm gonna give you my direct contact. You can stay in contact with me. You can always get with me on Facebook and stuff like that, and I will help you in any way that I can to help this process for you so you can prosper in the upcoming year of 2024. And I'm going to go ahead and pray. Lord Heavenly Father, I just want to say thank you right now for bringing everybody together on this platform. Thank you for Evangelist Cherie for having the Hot Pink Radio. Thank you for Jules from out of Florida for allowing us to connect and be able to come on this show. And now I meet this young lady from out of Virginia. Lord God, I declare that you add a blessing, add peace into her life, add peace be still. Please, Lord God, allow everything that I'm saying from the words of my mouth be a blessing and be encouraging to her, and let her keep going. Bring the resources, bring the finances, let someone pour a seed into her and help her to accomplish all the goals that she may need to accomplish. Because wherever your will is, it shall be done in the mighty name of Jesus. And I pray, amen. And I want to encourage you and let you know that the blessing is coming. Don't you worry about it. Just keep going. Just stay positive. Just stay connected with the right people. And everything should come.
Let me say something. This is what the movement is all about. This is what my movement is for. It's to bring people together. It's for us to have togetherness, to unite in harmony. So this right here, it's a confirmation. If you feeling that feeling and you prayed just like you were supposed to, because God is in the midst of it all. So everything we going through, we aligning for a reason. This is what I wanted to say. This conversation was so amazing tonight that we went over our time. We literally went over our time, and that's amazing. Ain't no time limit. We grown. We can be on your. See, I'm the hype when I'm about to make you laugh. I'm going to talk my talk. You know what I'm saying? And y'all really got in here and did y'all thing. I didn't even have to say nothing. This show was adjourned. Miss Honey Child, Miss Fox, y'all did y'all thing. God is in the midst of it all. Yes. I like that.
I love you.
Wait, let me mute.
I was gonna say I love it. You know, that's what I'm here for. For anytime, you know what, Bernadette, if you weren't gonna pray, I was gonna pray, but I knew that you were going to pray. And you know me, I will be over here shouting a fool like we somewhere in somebody's backwater country church child with one fan. I love it.
And a tambourine.
Yeah, what I did do years ago, I mean, I started a prayer service on the campus of Wayne State, and that was just truly a blessing because like I was never ordained pastor or anything like that, but I did have the passion and like I felt like the calling to want to pray for people. So I did get with people who were ordained, and we started a prayer service. So yeah, it's in me. I'm telling you. I'm and then it's so funny too because they feel like when you partying and you clubbing and stuff like that, which I really hardly even do now. It's just all about business. But when you step into those venues, you know, as a pastor or as an evangelist, you don't supposed to be in them places. But I'm telling you, I done met even at a strip club. I done met people that I saved their life because they were in there, you know, the dancers and stuff like that. They were being harassed by men who had to plot to kidnap them and take them home. And I saw it happening, and I stepped up and was like, "Hey, young lady, you need me to take you where you need to go? Are you okay?" And she'd be like, "No, yes, I am. I'm not okay, but yes, I'm willing to go with you." And she went with me rather than with somebody else that was going to kidnap her. So whatever you feel the need that God is calling you, go to that place and go and be that blessing. That's what I'm going to say. And I know we're trying to end the show, but I'm just going to say that on that note.
Beautiful. Tell you how much I appreciate you saying that to me, because again, that's confirmation. All I do is listen to gospel. I was in my friend's car the other day. We were going to the beach and she was playing music for all her children. And she said, everybody's gonna get a chance to, you know, listen to something they want to listen to. And I said, everybody gets a chance. I never got a chance. She said, well, that's because you play gospel. Every time we get in your car, give us a chance. And then tonight I was playing gospel and my son said, Mommy, why are you always listening to that music? And that music was gospel. And so at work, I do it all day long. I do have a part-time job and I listen to gospel music at all times. And I appreciate you. My faith is never going to waver. I know he is real. He's done before, so I know he's going to do it again. And I just want to thank you for hopping up here. Thank you for praying for me. Thank you for being here.
Absolutely. No problem at all. Thank you for having me on the show.
Yes. Okay. Well, this is going to be the end of our show. It was great having you, Miss B. And I look forward to doing a lot of things with you. I'm looking forward. I'm excited. So we're going to end this here. And I'll see you guys on Monday. It was great talking to you guys. I'll talk to you until.
All right. Make sure I get the show now.
You're going to get it in a minute. I ain't going to play.